Left. Hi. You found a creek? Yeah. You found the neighborhood creek, eh? Hi everyone. I am starting the work on the engine today. So this is tear down mode. This is air conditioning compressor, dryer, orifice, high side line, serpentine belt, belt tensioner, idler pulley, and then an oil change to top it all off. And we're putting the full Rotella T6 full synthetic in there for the first time. So I am looking forward to some better starting in the morning and overall better running with the synthetic. So let's see how that works out. So you guys have seen me tear the top end of the engine down before, so I won't go into great detail on that. But once I get deeper down in there, I'm going to let you all get a look at what we're doing. I think this air conditioning, converting it back to the front AC only, this is something that I really want everybody to see, because I don't think it's going to be real difficult, not a lot of money, and it can take all the guesswork out of, do you have leaks in your rear hoses? So let's get at it. Chris, thank you very much for this. Compare these crimpers to what I've been using. So again, this is me just like making do with crappy tools. And for as much electronics work as I do, wouldn't you think I would have like the best? And I've been getting by with these, but I've seen some other people's crimps that make mine look just, I'm ashamed. So Chris, thank you for getting this off the wish list for me. This is going right in my toolbox. Well, we just had a FedEx show up, or maybe it was, no, it was an Amazon. And I have a couple last minute things on order, so I thought these were just things I had ordered. These are more wish list items. This is something that I would have never bought for myself. I don't know why. This is a cushion for my driver's seat for my bum, because I definitely had to recover for a couple of weeks when I got here. Our last trip across the country, my right hip, butt area, I think probably it's from the gas pedal too. You know, I do use cruise control a lot, but there's a lot of times when I'm on the pedal, and the pedal on this thing, it takes some, you know, it takes full bore right leg action to do the pedal on this, you know, for hundreds of miles. So these are, and then these are the doggles for Lefty. And I'm so happy to give these a shot. I really want him to be able to spend a lot of time out in the sandy areas without having to worry about his eyes, because they're very sensitive to the dust and sun because of his pink skin. So these are UV. These came from Don. Don, thank you so much. Again, definitely would never have splurged on a bum cushion for myself. So thank you, Don. These are going right into immediate service. Oh, we're gonna get used to them. Left. Hey. Oh goodness. Oh, it's okay. Are they bugging you? Wait till we try it. Okay, I got the dryer out. You know, it tucks in right in here, screws into the inner fender well. So, had to take the battery out. I also pulled the battery tray just to give me some more working room in here. I've also got, I got it all disconnected. So the new dryer, instead of passing through this section of hose right here that has the splitter, it will connect straight up to here. So it's going to bypass this whole chunk. Okay, there's the new AC compressor. looking all fancy. Here's the new dryer. They don't make that easy, so you know the battery had to come out. I also took out the battery tray just to give me as much room as possible down in here. And the dryer then tucks up inside the fender. It has one electrical connection here and then two hose connections here, and I don't know if you can see it, but right there it connects up to this hose here. So here's the old section with the splitter. You see this tube here? So here's the splitter that turns this into a rear AC vehicle. So the difference being this dryer's hose, this hose here would have a connection right down here, and it would butt up to this end, and then this connects to that end, giving it a split. So this is what I've taken out of the equation here. The other hose, this hose here, which threads at one end right there, and the other end right down here, and it is the other line with a splitter, if you can see it. There's the split that shoots out back. Very hard to see up in there, sorry. So once I replace this hose, no more rear AC. And then we'll be able to do front AC only, which is 40 ounces of refrigerant and 9 ounces of oil, as opposed to 60 ounces of refrigerant and 13 ounces of oil. Okay, here's the oil. It's called PAG 46. So this is specific for air conditioning systems, R134A. So you can see premium synthetic PAG 46, R134A lubricant. So this actually goes in the compressor, and then it circulates through the system and keeps the compressor lubricated. So you have to put this oil in. Now here's that orifice filter that I was talking about. You can see it's got a mesh screen in there. I don't want to take it out of its package until I'm ready to install it. And from what I saw, and my friend Tim told me, you can see those two green O-rings right there. So those are the seals. So this pops into one of the tubes, the metal air conditioning refrigerant tubes, and I found where it goes. So it's actually the high side line that I'm going to be replacing. Where it connects, it goes into that connection tube, so I don't have to disconnect any additional parts to be able to install this, which is great. So it's half again as much. So we're going to be 40, and they're charging me 50 cents an ounce, so it's going to cost me 20 bucks for the refrigerant. I've got the oil that came with my kit. There was already just over 5 ounces of oil in the compressor. So let's do an oil change and a fuel filter change. You're right in the shot, Left. Yeah. Are you excited about the T6 synthetic? You are, aren't you? I hope we get good starts. Motorcraft filter, 4 gallons of oil, and an oil filter wrench if you want to be fancy. Because I have always just used the hammer the screwdriver through it and spin it off method, but I decided to go one step further and professionalize my game, so I bought one of those oil filter wrenches. That's the chain strap type, so it makes it a lot simpler. No foil seal. Interesting. I am really used to cutting the foil seal out. Yeah, these don't have it. What do you know about that?
It's blinking red. Does that mean it's recording?
Yeah, should be.
Okay.
All right. Old oil is out. So I use the old method of punching a hole in the bottom of the filter and letting it drain before I spin it and loosen it from the engine. Otherwise it's full of oil and it's a mess. So I'll get under there and punch a hole in it, let it drain out. It's a little trick I do when it's time to spin the oil filter off. I always get a bag, put some paper towels down in the bottom of it, and then I slip this up over the filter before I twist it all the way off. So I'll crack it loose with the oil filter wrench right there. Then I'll slide the bag up on it and then spin it the rest of the way off, and the paper towels will soak up all the dripping that's coming off of it. And then I just kind of tie this bag up and trash it after that. So good little trick to keep the job tidy. And there it is. There's the used filter in a bag with paper towels down on the bottom. So no oil on the outside. So if you're doing this, if you're doing an oil change out at camp, you can avoid having oil spillage anywhere by using this bag trick. This is one of those moments as a guy who works on vehicles as a mechanic when you say to yourself, boy, I'm doing the right thing. I just got the belt off and it is very cracked. It's obviously really old. Oh, there you can see it really good right there. See how the cracking? That's showing up, I hope. So it's very, very cracked, very dry rotted, obviously very old. There's no chunks or anything missing out of it, but you know, that would have been next. First it's all cracked and deteriorated, and then next thing pieces start coming out. And so I'm really glad I decided to do the belt. Well, hello. Are you ready? Go up and put some fuel in the rig. Okay. You remember this. Let's see how we do with the T6 morning start. I want to test the AC and make sure we're still working good. Oh, that was better. That was a shorter crank. Just gonna run up, put fuel in the tank. I want to run the AC. It's been a couple days since we had the recharge done. So the recharge went great. My buddy Tim said that there was nothing that he saw that led him to believe that I have a leak, and sorry about that. It held its low pressure when it was drawing the vacuum. He said everything looked good by the numbers. So let's yeah, I just heard the compressor. So this compressor, tremendously quieter than the other one. The other compressor used to make this kind of noise, so every time it cycled, you could really hear it. Oh yeah, it's already getting cool. Can you feel the cool air, buddy? Oh, excellent. And it's performing way, way better than the other compressor. Obviously, it's a brand new compressor. New compressor, new dryer, new orifice, fresh oil, fresh charge. We put the whole 40 ounces in. Cost me, I think it was like $17 and change. They charged, it was like 43 cents an ounce they charged me. You know, I got it at my buddy's cost plus a small percentage markup. So it was even less than they had said the other day when we first went in and talked about it. Yeah, so we got good air conditioning. So I was a little nervous. You know, it's been, I don't know, 2 or 3 days since we had the recharge done. I hadn't driven the truck, so I wanted to come out here and check and make sure it hadn't all leaked out. So we're going to run up, check the air in the tires, and put some fuel in. All right, so that was a successful trip up to the fuel station. I put 30 something gallons in. I had put 10 gallons in the other day, so it's showing full, but it didn't. It's not quite full. That was the $100 limit at that gas pump, and I didn't feel like doing another transaction. So air conditioning's working great though. It's hot today. Well, it's in the upper 80s today. It's hot and humid. We were nice and cool up in the cab, so the AC is still working really well. So hopefully it continues to for years to come. Looks like the truck could use a bath before we hit the road. I don't like hitting the road with a dirty truck. Also, don't like to go when there's nose prints all over my windows. Sir, come here.
Even nose prints on my windows.
Oh, I'm sure. This window is especially, look, there's even drips. His nose was so sloppy. Oh my Lord, look at this. Gotta get out the Windex. Oh, where's my boy? Okay, well the truck I think mechanically is ready for the road. We have working AC, fresh belt, all that good stuff. Fresh oil change. So we're ready to roll. Right? Oh, I'm boring him. Thanks for watching, everyone. Everybody take care, be safe, and we'll see y'all again really soon. Right? Ah. It is hot out here. Wow.